Okay, Sig Sauer guy here, and welcome to the video. I'm pretty excited about this video today. We're going to be talking about two topics. The first being the redesigned striker for the 365 from Sig, and true precision barrels also for the 365. So pretty much throughout the week, I'm paying attention to what's going on in the groups. I get a lot of private messages, people asking questions. A lot of the stuff is pretty common knowledge because it's been talked about for so many times already. Other things, there's really no good answer. There's no data backing up answers that people are giving. So it's either really personal preference or just kind of a guess. So stuff like that I like to figure out for myself so I can give a good, solid, accurate answer. So that's what we're going to be doing today. The people that bought XLs, they were talking about reduced primer drag. Is either reduced or even gone altogether. So that kind of got my attention. So Sig had redesigned the striker. So I reached out to a couple people trying to get one through Sig. They just weren't available yet for sale. And then I contacted Osage. Contacted him this week, and he had them right in stock. So he threw it in a box, sent it out to me immediately. I got it yesterday. So thanks to him, I am able to do this video today. So this is the new design striker. I posted some pretty clear pictures last night. It's got a 45-degree cut here on the tip versus the standard one. So that right there is supposed to help with the primer drag issue. So we're going to be testing that. And the true precision barrels, I get a lot of private messages asking if it's worth the investment to get the barrel for the 365, because when I'm always posting pictures, I have the stainless one in my 365. So it's a 3-inch barrel, so there's not really a whole bunch to gain from getting an aftermarket or an upgrade barrel. It's not like you can get a matched barrel for a 365 with a 3-inch barrel. So mine is the stainless. The finish is holding up quite a bit better than the factory barrel, and it looks cool as hell in the gun, so I'm all about that. So what I really want to kind of figure out today is the threaded barrel, which is 5/8 of an inch longer than the factory barrel. My buddy in Hawaii sent me out his so I can test that out. I have threaded barrels in my 320s. The extra inch that those add is pretty significant as far as velocity. Anytime you can increase velocity, you're increasing accuracy, so that is a pretty big deal. Whether 5/8 of an inch on a 3-inch barrel makes a big difference or not, we'll kind of figure that out today too. So I posted some pictures yesterday, the rounds I was making, so I tried to be as consistent as possible. All 40 rounds, I trimmed all my cases, I measured out all the powder, seeded the bullets, all the same depth. I do a crimp on all my rounds, factory crimp at the end, so they're as good as I can get them consistency-wise. So we'll be shooting 20 of them with the standard barrel and the regular striker, and then we'll shoot another 20 with the threaded barrel and the new design striker. So we'll be taking a look at the velocities between the two through the chronograph, and then we'll police up the brass at the end, and we'll check out the primer drag and compare the old striker design to the new striker design. So there we have it. Let me get my stuff packed up, and we'll head to the range, and we'll start doing some shooting and getting some data. Okay, first up, factory stainless barrel, regular striker, 20 rounds. Let's do it. And there you go. Let's switch out barrels, switch out strikers, and we'll do 20 more with the other one. Okay, next up, true precision threaded barrel, new design striker, 20 rounds, new string. Let's do it. There you go. Let's look at the data. Okay, we are back home at the bench. I have looked at the chrono data and I have compared the two different strikers with the primer drag marks on the brass here. So let's talk about the true precision barrels first. One's a 3-inch barrel and one's a 3 and 5/8-inch barrel. And I was actually pretty amazed with the velocity differences that 5/8 of an inch can make. So on this one here, the average was 948 feet per second. And on the longer barrel, it was 982 feet per second average. I had a couple low ones on here, 916, 917, but most everything was, 940s, 960s, 950s. You guys saw the data as I was shooting it. And with this one here, I actually had one. The last one was 1,001 feet per second. But most everything was, 980s, 990s right in there. So 5/8 of an inch does make a pretty big difference, especially for just a short 3-inch barrel. So I didn't shoot at any targets. That's kind of subjective. If I'm having a good day, I got nice groups, and if I'm having a bad day, I got crappy groups. So that doesn't really reflect the performance of the barrel. That's more shooter. So based upon the data with increased velocity, anytime you increase the velocity, you're increasing the accuracy. So based upon that, I will be making the investment into getting a threaded barrel for my 365. It's not much longer. It's just as easy to conceal carry, and it does make a difference. So there you have it with the barrels. The strikers, this I'm really, really, really surprised. So the standard old style striker, we shot 20 rounds with the standard barrel, and you can see the primer drag is pretty much exactly like it always is. Pretty much all the way to the edge. Look at this one here. All the way to the edge of the primer. Not that there's anything wrong with this. That's not what I'm saying in this video at all. This is common with the 365. Sig has made a better striker to take care of this, and it's holding up just fine, okay? But with the XL, they redesigned it, and this is the primer strikes that we have with the XL. You can see it's significantly different. It doesn't go towards the edge of the primer at all. It's got a little weirder mark versus a clean circle because of that beveled edge, but there's got to be a lot less stress on that primer or the striker tip with each shot. So based upon these results, I will be leaving this striker in my 365, and I'll keep the other one just as a spare. Not that I'll ever need it, I'm sure. So there you have it. If you're interested in getting this striker, Osage had them right in stock. So head right over to there. You better hurry up because they're going to probably sell out pretty quick. And grab yourself some. And if they don't have them in stock after a little while, then I'm sure they'll be getting more. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not following my Sig Sauer Guy page, you really need to be, because even before I made this video all day yesterday, I was posting kind of teaser pics and stuff like that to get some discussion going on what's going on. So make sure you're following that, because I don't post that stuff in the other group. So again, thank you for watching and have a good day.